Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How are you all doing? Welcome to day number 6. Day number 6 of Vlogmas. Today is a Wednesday, I think. I can't check because I'm on my phone. Yeah, today nothing planned at all. I've just finished editing the vlog. That's exporting currently, and it's only 11:15. So that's a good start. I've had a coffee and not done much else, but first things first, advent calendar time. Let's get that open. Okay, so on today's wonderful advent calendar, we have number 6, which is down here. Little horse on it. There we go. And I have no idea what this can be. I can't get into this. There we go. I've just precariously propped you. We got a little tiny candy cane. Very good. So I'll have that in a little bit. But plans for today are I'm going to show you in better light my Yule sweater. I'm going to show you the finished socks. I'm going to show you my new cast on. And we have a new segment. Oh yeah, we've got a new segment coming, which you'll see later on in the video. This evening, Mum, Dad and I are going over to a meeting regarding future events with Morris and that sort of thing, because my mum teaches the dances, my dad is the organiser of music, and I am the secretary. So we've got a lot of stuff to do. We're quite involved. But yeah, so it's been a really chilly morning. I'll give you a little glimpse. Here we are. There's still a fair bit of frost out there. It was quite foggy earlier. But yeah, it's very nice out there. Lovely clear day. Might go for a little walk later. Not sure. But yeah, it's been a productive morning so far. I love editing in the morning. I make sure that's the first thing I do in the day, because that way I don't have to worry about it anymore. And when it's done, it's done. I can then upload it while I'm doing other things, and it's all good. But yes, what we're going to do is we're just going to dive straight in with the first segment. Cue the music. Now, wasn't that good? Oh, that is premium quality editing right there. I've got my laptop. I'm currently actually exporting the vlog to go up this evening. But I said that I was going to be answering some of your questions on a previous vlog. And I thought this is quite a good way for me to actually connect with you guys a bit more, because I don't actually have that much time to constantly go through comments individually. It's just the way it is. I'm sorry. I'm not good at it. First things first, Christmas questions. It's such a bad name, isn't it? This is what I think of at like 1:30 in the morning. But we are going to be answering some of your Christmas questions now. So this was on day 4's video, because for some reason I'll do day 4 and 5. Oh no, day 5's going up, isn't it? Right. Later on today. No, I've got to do it 2 days behind. Right. Well, I'm just going to answer your questions. How about that? Here we go. When we will hit... blah, 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 blah. When will we hear you sing? Also, how is it living back home? You'll hear me sing soon. I'm very self-conscious about my voice. However, I am working on a full-length album currently, doing the demos for it, and that will be hopefully spring next year, but this is a busy time of year, so I'm not pushing myself to do that. So thank you, Becky Gwynn, for that question. Okay, next one is from Sue Church. Hello, Sue. Do you wish you had a studio so you are always set up? That is a very good question. To put it simply, yes, I do. I would love to have a separate space where I can just always go in and work. When I was at university, I had a very large bedroom, as you will have seen from last year's Vlogmas, where I had a massive double bed in one corner, and then there was still space for like a sofa and a desk and all my stuff. Like it was a large room, and I was very lucky to have that. And it meant that I would always have a separate space for work and a separate space for relaxing. So I would leave instruments out. I would leave microphones up. I would always be working on stuff, and I found that so productive to be in that space to go and do work. The problem is that to have a studio as a commercial site costs an extortionate amount of money, and you have to invest a lot of money to be able to make it a space that's worth using. But I would like to have a home studio that I can still bring clients to and have it as a designated space for music, teaching, recording, mixing, mastering, composition, and also just be able to have instruments out in a space. Like I have a really lovely, it's a digital piano, but it's got the weighted keys, so it feels like a proper piano. And I would love to have that set up and wired up and ready to go all the time, but I don't. One day, if you like and subscribe on this video, maybe we'll get there. Next question. Where's the bunny? Bunny's name? Who does Bunny belong to? Well, Bunny is a bit of a pain. I'm not going to lie. We don't get on very well. But Bunny is Harvey. Harvey is named after Harvey's Brewery, which is a brewery relatively local to where we are. And they do wonderful beer. Very, very nice beer. And the bunny is currently downstairs, shut away, because he's been a bit irritating, we'll say, this morning. But yeah, he's called Harvey, and he belongs to my mum and dad. So there you go. Lots more lovely comments. Thank you all for them. Coffee does make the morning better. It really does. Oh, Ali. Ali in Sweatpants. If you don't know Ali in Sweatpants, go and subscribe to Ali in Sweatpants. She's great. You may have seen in my last full-length podcast that we actually got to meet up. She came over from the States and we went on a couple of really lovely days out together, which was so, so nice. So, Ali has said, a full album and singing. I'm so excited to hear that. I'm excited for you to hear it too. What is the favourite yarn you've ever used? Favourite yarn I've ever used? That's a really, really difficult question. I have to say I'm moving away a little bit currently from superwash yarns. I love the feel of Jameson's at the minute. I'm really, really loving that. John Arbon, I really love. But then again, some of the superwash stuff and the merinos have been so beautiful to work with. I really love the Ushitita yarn that I made my flamboyant shawl out of. Nitpicks Will of the Andes. Oh, I can't answer that, Ali. I'm sorry. I can't answer it. Oh, and you did say answer as many or as few as you please. I'm going to answer them all because I can, and I need to make this video longer. What is your favourite movie? I love the Harry Potter films. I'll tell you what, actually, one of my favourite films, and it's one that makes me cry quite often when I watch it, is a wonderful film called The Dead Poets Society. It's a very aesthetic film. And it's got the wonderful Robin Williams, who was an amazing actor, and I highly respect him as an actor and just as a person. I think that he was just a wonderful, wonderful guy. But yeah, I think that is one of my favourite films, and I only discovered it because I found a slightly not quite legal version of it online and fell in love with it, and it's one of my favourite films ever. So yeah, there we go. What's next on your to be knit list? The project that I cast on last night is technically what I'm knitting next. And I will tell you more about that later on today. And what's your favourite holiday tradition? My favourite holiday tradition is, I have several. One of them is carol sessions, and I don't mean your generic carol sessions. I mean when you go to a pub and you sing the variants of carols from places like Sheffield in England, and the different areas of London where they took versions of carols and they rewrote the tunes, which were then later on in time abolished by the church, but they managed to survive through manuscript writings, and they are so much better than all of the boring ones. No offence if you like them, I love some of them, but the pre-Reformation carol tunes, oh, they slap. Yeah, I love that. And also on Boxing Day is a big day. It's probably bigger for us than Christmas Day in a way, because it's a day of Morris and Mama's plays and sessions and some alcohol consumption and family and friends and carols and just general frivolity, and I love it. If you don't know about Mama's plays, it's a Sussex tradition that there's books on it. Google Mama's play. There we go. So thank you, Ali, for all of your lovely questions. Where in Sussex are you? Well, I am near-ish Lewes. I don't want to say too much because I'm living at my parents' house at the minute, but luckily I am relatively close to work, and it's quite. I'm in a handy spot being here at the moment, so that's good. You have also said, what does Sheepy smell like? This was actually on my podcast, not on Vlogmas, but it's a question and I'm going to answer it. Sheepy smells of... I can't think of anything else that smells of sheep, but it's a good smell. It's a good smell. I've asked about what my favourite Christmas movie from Sarah. I have to say my favourite Christmas film is probably Love Actually, not gonna lie. I think it's great. I just think it's a great film. So yeah. So that is your Christmas questions done. Make sure you comment. If there are duplicate questions, then I'll just pick the first one, and if they're questions I've answered before, I'll probably forget and I'll answer them again anyway. But there you go. I'm going to have some breakfast in a minute, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some better lighting shots of what I finished yesterday. So let me just go and get them. Okay, first of all, socks are done. The ends have been sewn in, and very, very happy with these. These are just with a German short row heel, a wedge variant of a wedge toe, and they just need to be blocked. But all the ends are sewn in, so I'm very, very happy with that, and I'm looking forward to getting them on my feet. Potentially later today, but I'm not sure yet. So yes, they are done. And then we have the beast, the Yule sweater that is off the needles. Oh, I'm so happy about it. This is the front, and it's quite something, isn't it? That's a lot of colour work. I was thinking, oh my God, it's going to be massive, but this is the top of the shoulders, so they've all been grafted together along there. It did say to use blue yarn in the pattern. I went with grey because I forgot, and I think it actually looks a bit better. But I've got my neck steek just sitting in here, ready to cut. It probably won't be today. I'm not sure though. It might be. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, it's really coming on. And especially when it's blocked as well, all of these little marker unevenness bits will disappear. So yes, very, very excited to get steeking. Also terrified because I've never steeked before. So yeah, they are the two projects that I finished off last night. And I said that what I want to do is probably the collar next instead of the sleeves. Partly so I can make sure that I'm happy with the length in case I need to rip out the bottom and make it even longer or shorten it. But also then that way I can just try it on and make sure I'm happy. But it would also give me a bit of mindless knitting. So with that in mind, I'm casting on some colourwork socks. So yeah, I like a bit of mindless, but I need some stimulating colourwork and intricacies to keep me going. But I'm going to show you them in a minute. I'm going to eat. I'm going to upload the video. I'm probably going to watch some stuff, chill out a bit, and knit more. Let's be real. So yeah, I'm going to go and get some food. Right, getting on with some knitting. So I said that I have cast on a new project, and I need to wind this up into a ball. I'm not using a ball winder because I can't be bothered. It's a 50-gram skein. It will only take me a few minutes. But I am making a project with 2 of the Exmoor Sock John Arbon yarns. These are 60% Exmoor Blue Face Superwash, 20% Corriedale Superwash, 10% as Warpballs, 10% nylon. Despite them being superwash, they are incredibly woolly and they smell of sheep. They're great. But I'm using the Mizzle and the Hemsel colourway together, and I am making a pattern that I brought quite a while ago, but it's a pattern called Water for the Elephants. There's a picture of them here. They're quite something. I said I wanted something mindless, and I was going to be doing the collar on my Yule sweater as my mindless knitting, but I need something to keep me busy in the meantime. So I have done the cuff and the pre-colourwork row, and that, with this, is going to be amazing. So I'm going to get this de-skeined, and hopefully this won't take too long to do, but I'm going to start on the colourwork. That's what I'm going to do. That is my afternoon. I'm going to see how much I get done. I have to say that I normally do a 64 stitch sock. That's my recipe, that's my go-to. However, this is a 72 stitch sock, and I was a bit apprehensive because my initial thought was they're going to be massive. But actually, I think they're going to be all right, you know. I think we're going to be absolutely fine. So I'm looking forward to getting these skeined up, just making sure the rabbit doesn't start to eat my yarn, because he does that. And I'm going to get this wound up. Intermittent coffee break, which is just behind you. There we go. Oh, right. Back to it. Just like that, we are ready to do some colour work. Very exciting. Also, something else that is quite exciting, which is very, very exciting, is that we're almost at 4,000 subscribers, which is bonkers. So thank you to everyone that subscribed. This is a real-time YouTuber subscriber count. 40 more. We've made it, which is very exciting. So thank you everyone that subscribed. And if you haven't already, you can, which is great. So I'm now going to crack on with some more of my water for the elephant socks. I'm probably just going to call them elephant socks, to be honest, because it's easier. But I'm going to join in the contrast colour, and I'm just going to knit these for the rest of the afternoon. So, oh dear me. It's quite a bit later now. I've got this light on, you'll see why in a minute. But we're going to be having some food soon. Got a nice tuna pasta bake, which I'm very much looking forward to. But I thought I'd get the camera out while I'm charging things up and show you how my socks are going. So I've put a bell pin on to mark the halfway point, and I've pulled the needles through just so that you can actually see a bit more of what is going on. So this is how much I've done so far. As you can see, it's coming on. It's certainly getting there. I'm finding this incredibly engaging, and I love the counting involved in colour work. It's something very mindless, but something still very engaging at the same time. So it's certainly coming on. Across the back there's these sections that spread out across, and just finished this little swirly section in here. So there are no elephants just yet, but there probably will be by tomorrow. I'm about halfway through the leg chart, so yeah, I've spent far too much time knitting today again, but alas. So yeah, I'm going to be heading out shortly. I'm not going to be filming anything while I'm out, but I will jump on when I get back. But I need to get a few bits ready. I've got some admin stuff on my laptop that I need to just look over and make sure that's all good to go before we head over. And yeah, make sure everything's charged up, because I might dictate some of it so I can write up further notes. But it's a busy evening of lots of planning and things like that. So it's going to be quite a headache, I think. But yeah, the video is going to be going live in, well, 8 minutes. So not very long at all. Before I do that, again, I've actually had a couple of people already who have either brought digital or physical versions of my EP, which is very kind of you, so thank you. And I will be going and grabbing some more Jiffy envelopes and that sort of thing, or cardboard wallets of sorts, and getting them shipped out over the next few days. So thank you very much. Right, I need to go and get some food because I'm hungry, and get ready to go. This could be a very long night. Oh, wish me luck. Oh. I have made it back. It's about 11 o'clock now. And I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to get I'm going to get a pre-midnight sleep tonight, which I'm very much looking forward to. If you have enjoyed today's vlog, especially the wonderful Christmas questions segment, my intelligence baffles me, give it a like. Subscribe if you're new, comment down below with your future questions, and we'll do it every day. Why not? Something to do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for another vlog. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you later.